You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Kaepernick's 49ers going up against Roethlisberger's Cardinals. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's the headshots for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
Again, it's Hyde. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Well, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Looking middle, and that's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Fresh set of downs here. Cap gives to the tailback Hyde. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Deion Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their big-bodied receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Kyle Brenza on now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's the option going right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. One receiver left, three to the right. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Four yards remaining now on second down. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. Surveying the field. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This will be the 9th play on this drive. Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And he'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Here we go. 230.
Here's a handoff to the fullback, Whitlock. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Time running out here on the play clock. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The play clock's running down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. They start the drive with Hyde. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Robert Kimdichie in there to loss of about 8. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taking on the midfield logo. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Robert Kimdichie in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Graham slotted out to the left. Kaepernick to throw on second down. Caught left side, Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kaepernick now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Another pistol look here. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Kaepernick gives to Hyde, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they start the second half with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Second down following the run. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third down and 4. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Play clock winding down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got Floyd out left. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Hyde. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Graham slotted out to the left.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Green, 39.
They pitch it out to Hyde. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Let's go. Blue 90.
the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the I. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Time running out here on the play clock. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Whitlock, the fullback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. The play clock's running down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And able to find John Brown. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass treat in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, You're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Play clock winding down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Underneath for Johnson. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Cards are going to have a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Floyd, the man in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Keep these two.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Aaron Lynch able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll run for it with Hyde. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed!
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
No. Let's go.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll look to throw. It's caught left side by John Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro, Navarro Bowman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They come out here in the eye. A toss play. This is high. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They come up in an offset eye. They run it again with Hyde. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how handle?
We're going to find out. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Hurry up, let's go! Hey, get lucky!
And he motions the wide receiver. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's got room. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the 49ers are going to get a first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Niners, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.